world inquiry.
If you've visited any Wikipedia pages recently, or even within the past several years, I'm sure you've come across a message asking you to donate money. This might have caused you to wonder, why is such a big, powerful website asking for donations? After doing a significant amount of research, I've discovered there's actually several reasons why, and in my opinion, the reasons are all very valid. However, to sufficiently explain why Wikipedia needs outside funding, we'll first need to go over what exactly Wikipedia is. I can pretty much guess that it goes without saying you already know that Wikipedia is a type of online encyclopedia, but we need to break down exactly how it functions. Now, before I get into the main subject matter of this video, I want to be completely transparent and let you know that the Wikimedia Foundation has not paid, sponsored, or compensated me in any way for making this video. I created this video by doing my own independent research to entertain my curiosity, and now I'm sharing it with you for your information as well. Now let's get started. Wikipedia is operated under the Wikimedia Foundation Incorporated, a non-profit organization co-founded by Jimmy Wales and Larry Sanger in 2001. As of the release of this video, Wikipedia contains almost 7 million articles and requires a total of over 26 terabytes of memory for the English version alone. Greatly to the reader's benefit, it operates completely ad-free, but it still needs all the same hardware and other technologies that other major websites require. This includes servers, along with the facilities and locations to contain them, technical staff to keep the website operational, a physical headquarters, and other infrastructure and maintenance components. Beginning with the servers, the Wikimedia Foundation currently has well over 1,000 servers distributed throughout various parts of the world. With the average cost of each server being right around $5,000, you could imagine this would add up really fast. In this particular case, that adds up to $6.5 million. With average wear and tear, or in this case, what is technically known as depreciation, each server has an average lifespan of around 7 to 10 years before needing to be completely replaced, meaning the previous figure of $6.5 million is a recurring cost. Now for the physical locations to house these servers. The Wikimedia Foundation currently has 6 data centers across the world, 3 in the United States, 2 in Europe, and 1 in Asia. From the research I did, I couldn't find an exact cost for each of the properties, but I did discover that the organization spends just over $3 million per year on their data centers to host the servers. Moving on to staff expenses, the Wikimedia Foundation employs about 700 workers in total, each with an average salary of $152,000 per year. It's important to note that that figure includes the organization's cost of providing employee benefits. This comes to $106,400,000 per year. As far as a physical headquarters is concerned, the Wikimedia Foundation does not have its own independent facility, but they do lease office space out of the Citigroup Center in San Francisco, California, where all of its administration takes place. The annual cost for leasing these offices is $1.6 million per year. Keep in mind these offices are for the administrative staff only, with the majority of the staff working remotely, which, needless to say, saves the organization countless millions per year in expenses. Other expenses the Wikimedia Foundation pays per year are awards and grants of $25 million, equipment servicing of $14 million, donation processing of $7 million, travel and conferences of $5 million, and other miscellaneous expenses of $15 million. Altogether, that comes to a total of $66 million per year. Now, when we add the earlier discussed expenses of the server costs, which remember is a recurring cost due to depreciation, I've went ahead and estimated a full server replacement of every 8 years, which would bring that total to about $800,000 per year, plus data center location expenses of $3,100,000, staff salaries of $107 million, and office leasing of $1,600,000 brings the earlier expenses to a total of $112,500,000 per year. Now, if we add up those two totals, we get the grand total for the annual operating expenses for the Wikimedia Foundation, which comes to $178.5 million per year. Given all those expenses, I'm sure you may be wondering a few questions such as, why are the numbers so high? Why doesn't Wikipedia just feature ads like all the other websites out there to generate income? How much revenue does the Wikimedia Foundation actually have? Do they have any other sources of revenue besides donations? To answer the first question, the Wikimedia Foundation has high expenses because of how sophisticated and large the website actually is. Just based on physical scale and size of stored data, Wikipedia is by far the world's largest encyclopedia. The runner-up is the Encyclopedia Britannica, but this falls almost 1 million articles short of Wikipedia and is only available in English, whereas Wikipedia is available in a whopping 341 languages. It's because of the sheer scale of Wikipedia that it requires such massive amounts of funding. To help put the actual size into perspective, Michael Mandelberg discusses his conversion of the digital English version of Wikipedia into physical paper copies.
Why I did this. One is I wanted to see how big it was. It was a question I had. This is only English Wikipedia. It's not my intention to print the whole thing. I don't think you need to print the whole thing. You need to print some of it. You need to see some of them so you have an understanding of what this form is. Our brains can complete the rest of it.
This is why the need exists for all of the costly physical hardware, components, and staff that are required to keep Wikipedia up and running, things that other smaller websites typically don't necessarily require. Because of all this need for funding, you might ask, why doesn't Wikipedia just run ads like almost every other website in the world to generate revenue? Well, there are a few reasons for this, and thanks to the lack of ads, I believe it's one of Wikipedia's best qualities and one of the main reasons for its popularity and success. One of the primary reasons Wikipedia doesn't have ads is because the Wikimedia Foundation is a nonprofit organization. Among other things, this means it's not going to be bought out by an outside company, conglomerate, or any other investor, and it ensures that the information available within Wikipedia is not prone to bias or being censored by any other outside ownership. When co-founder Jimmy Wales began Wikipedia, he envisioned it to be as neutral as possible and the content being free for all readers, making these qualities cornerstones for the information available. Now, when it comes to actually generating and operating revenue for the website, Wikipedia does have multiple ways it draws its funding. As I'm sure you know since you're watching this video, one way is by collecting donations. On average, Wikipedia collects just over $160 million in donations per year. These generous donations account for a vast majority of Wikipedia's revenue. Other sources of funding are through investments, non-financial asset contributions, sales of physical assets of the organization, and other unspecified miscellaneous income. In addition to these sources of revenue, the Wikimedia Foundation does have an endowment of over $100 million. In closing, Wikipedia is one of the most referenced sources of information in the world and is the most constantly growing and improving collection of information in history. From its founding in 2001, it continues to improve in reliability and is even frequently used as a fact-checking site, with breaking news type articles being one of the most commonly assessed to gather the most up-to-date information. The world has seen many versions and volumes of encyclopedias and sources of general knowledge throughout history, from the Library of Alexandria during the ancient Egyptian times, the Chinese Yongle Encyclopedia, and the more recent Encyclopedia Britannica from the United Kingdom. Although it isn't perfect, as we live in an imperfect world, Wikipedia has surpassed all of the previous collections of knowledge and the amount of information available. The founders' dedication to providing free information available to all, while keeping the content as neutral and unbiased as possible at the same time, is invaluable to our world. I really hope this video has shed some light on how costly it can be to operate and maintain such a large website like Wikipedia, so please keep that in mind the next time you see one of those donation banners appear while visiting one of their pages.
I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, Please give the video a like, as this really helps the channel to grow, and it also tells us what kind of content our viewers want to watch. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe so you can be notified when more interesting content is released. Feel free to connect with us on social media as well. Thank you so much for watching. As always, your support is greatly appreciated.